everyone's opinion on this, because we know Mikel Arteta loves trying new, interesting methods to give Arsenal an edge, and his latest effort involves fighter pilots. Let me tell you what he had to say. He says, I can wake up one day and say my process on match day is not good enough. Why are we communicating to the players to actually how the message is delivered? I don't like it. So who's the best at that? So the British fighter planes, for example, I will get in touch with those guys, how they communicate, because that is life and death. I'm sure they don't use 20 phrases or 20 words if there is one word. Don't say, nah, the wind is coming this way, now you have to turn left, because boom, dead. So it will just be one word. So Mikel Arteta there working hard to try and improve his communication with players, to maybe not use as many words as some of us like to hear.
Surely that just involves engaging your brain. I mean, I'm not being funny, but
at least he's trying new things.
If I walked into a bar and there was only me and him in the bar, right, and he was sat at
You
one...
buying him a drink?
No, I'd go and sit at the other end. As far away as I could, because I wouldn't want to listen to that kind of nonsense. I mean, is nobody pulling him to the side?
Aye.
Is none of his coaches pulling him to the side and going, hey, do you know how stupid this sounds? Do you know how stupid you're making
Not if they want to keep their job.
Well, you don't want people that just kiss your backside. You want somebody to say, listen, come on. I mean, what's he talking about? How to communicate? I mean, all you need to communicate is a brain and to be able to articulate it. I don't need to talk to a fighter pilot to know, to keep it concise, to send a message to a player. I mean, this goes back to the documentary when... And listen, he's doing a good job. He's doing a good job. They have a very good side and they have probably as good a chance as ever of winning the league. It's not going to be easy, but they're in a very good position in terms of the squad. So I get all that, but really? I mean, really? Do we need this nonsense?
No, it's not even funny anymore. It's just stupid and it's getting embarrassing. And the one thing when you know when you do it to begin with, stuff like this, it's original. And the players will kind of have a little laugh and a snigger, but they'll listen to you and the rest of it. But when you start doing it consistently...
You start questioning everything.
You're just turning people off. Nobody's listening to you. Nobody's listening to you. That's all he's doing. And 100%, I'm with Craig. One of his coaching staff needs to turn and say, Gaffer, I think we need to leave this now.
Robert, what do you think on this? Because I know you're always a fan of new, innovative ways of communicating.
Well, absolutely. I think you have to admire coaches or players who want to improve themselves or pundits who want to improve themselves. But you don't go telling everybody what you're doing and coming out with stupid ideas and stupid sayings. And I think he contradicted himself there because he said, if you have to use 20 words when you can only use one, you're doing the wrong thing. Well, he used about 50 words there when he could have just used a couple. It's complete bonkers. And somebody at some point, as the two guys said, I've got to say to him, you're not doing yourself any favours. You're only doing this for your own benefit, and it's not working. You know, the players aren't going to take any notice of that. Any decent player would say, what the hell is he talking about? All you want to know as a footballer, what do you want me to do? What are the tactics? How do you want me to perform week in, week out? And what's my role in the team? That's all you want from a coach and a manager, not this sort of rubbish.
I think the only line you need to say to Arteta is, have a day off. That's all you need.
Do you know what the other thing is as well? And I don't want to go on about this, but you know, there's quite a lot of problems around the world. I mean, we're talking about RAF fighter pilots here.
Yeah.
Do you think they've got nothing better to do in the day, apart from their training and keeping the country safe and all that, to go in and speak to Mikel Arteta?
They may love it though. They may feel honoured that Mikel Arteta is calling them. Maybe a quiet day off.
We get a day off. That's why.
We are in sitcom territory here with this guy. Honestly, with some. I mean, this comes off the back of the documentary with all the light bulb stuff where you're sitting going, really?
And the pickpockets.
What was the pickpockets?
Because
I didn't watch the documentary.
He brought some pickpockets to the training ground to take things from the players to teach them that they need to always be alert.
But we've just had the Man City game where he went to the press conference and he got his cell phone and he says, every Tom, Dick and Harry in the country basically has been ringing me up telling me how good we were. Presidents, chief executives, you know, managers, coaches, they're all ringing him. They're all ringing him to tell him how great he is and Arsenal were. So that was... We're off and running at the races there with that one. And now, off the back of a big win against Newcastle, a big late win, you just think, hey, let's just get on the training ground and keep this momentum going. No. RAF fighter pilots, you couldn't make it up.
You should have reminded him what happened after played You'll Never Walk Alone during the training sessions. How did that one work out for Arsenal?
Not very well.
Not very well.
Do you ever think he is overthinking this scenario?
Again, have a day off. That's all he needs to do. Completely.